What's up, everyone, and welcome back here to the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals here at the Esports Arena in Santa Ana, California. We are headed into our last match of the day, a best-of-3 between Method and SizzleUrCob, two teams that had great performances in the opening round. As you can see, SizzleUrCob won the West Regional outright and already has defeated G2 Omega 2-0. Method, on the other hand, they were the semifinalists out of the European Invitational, and they are both Finnish, competing together as a team. They played together for about 2 years at this point. They advanced past Ghost 2-0 in the opening round of 16. We're going to be moving into the match here in just a second. We'll get a quick word here from Quinn and Wave. What are you guys expecting from this match? Quinn, I'll start with you.
I'm going to be expecting Method to come out here firing. Those guys showed such control and such patience in the early game. Every touch of the ball made with intent, and I think that's going to be difficult for SizzleUrCob to deal with. Fair
enough. Now, I know, Wave, that your heart is worth SizzleUrCob right now, so I know you're going to be a bit biased and blinded in your prediction right now, but talk to me about this match.
I think SizzleUrCob does take this one, but I think it's going to be a high-flying match. As you said, we saw great goals from Metzenarius earlier today, and I think he will continue to play that way in this match.
All right, well, it looks like Jorby and James are standing by with the call. Take it away, guys.
Game number 1 of this last game of the day in the quarterfinals. Getting straight underway in James Bond. This is really a clash of the styles here. You have Method that just likes to control the ball, steal all the boosts, and get that flashy play for the 1-0 lead. And then you have SizzleUrCob that just does what they almost did right there. Sizz got a shot, but it was turned away by Metzenarius.
And this is the first real challenge for SizzleUrCob. This Finnish team is so talented. Mets had some nutty shots, and now SizzleUrCob, they're going to have their hands full.
Taking it downfield quickly is Sizz. It's knocked away. Metzenarius just trying to find Magnus. Magnus already rotating back against his own back wall. Sizz gonna take it over for Jacob off the ceiling. Jacob actually winning that challenge, but it's knocked away by Magnus. Midfield. Magnus just flips into that before Sizz hit it, allowed him to just kind of stand up and stop the ball dead in its tracks. And a minute gone in this game. Off in the corner, not a lot of action, and Method, they're very methodical in their play, and you just see them that they're not gonna be real fast on those offensive opportunities. They're gonna grab the boost from you and just want to keep the ball away. We saw that early.
Yeah, and really, when you look the other side of the ball, SizzleUrCob, Sizz is one of the most aggressive players you'll see, in Jacob, unpredictable, but now a dribble chance.
Oh, does he get that up? He just gets it up over Jacob. Just going left and right, dribbling it down the middle of the field, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Magnus coming in, cuts left, cuts right, and then just flicks it past Jacob. It looks like Jacob had no boost to make that save, and Magnus strikes first for Method.
And Method getting the first goal here is huge. Being able to control the pace of the game is something every team wants, but Method seems to thrive off of it, and Jacob, what a shot, and what a better save by Metzenarius. That was probably the most delayed flick. He delayed it as long as he possibly could have.
Yeah, that one, when you fall off the ceiling, you can save your flip for as long as you can stay in the air. So Jacob almost making that play happen.
Sizz trying to keep that ball in play towards the box. Jacob and Sizz rotating very tightly. It's the back wall. Sizz, that one knocked away by Magnus. He's going to take it out himself to midfield in support as Metzenarius trying to force it through Jacob, gets it off to the side. Now Metz. That one taken away by Jacob, and he booms that downfield. Off the back wall, not able to get the clear. Jacob tries to find the corner, and he can't. And Sizz has to race back here.
And Metz, he had no boost to use right there, so he just dumped the ball into the blue half. Jacob, he had a chance right there. Oh, a mistake. But SizzleUrCob, they've had opportunities, but they just couldn't close it out.
Not get this ball away. We are halfway through. It's still 1-0 for Method. A shot turned away quickly by Sizz over to Jacob. Right now, SizzleUrCob just trying to get it downfield, and they can't when Magnus is straight in their face, steals the ball away. Coming around, Magnus, he forces it in. It's 2-0.
Magnus posterizing this SizzleUrCob defense. Look at this play. Taps it out, uses his boost to just dunk it right over Sizz, and a 2-goal lead now for the Finnish squad of Method.
SizzleUrCob down by 2 goals at this point in the game. We've seen a couple of shots come out from them, but they would just quickly thrown to the side. And now Sizz looking for something, but that's cleared away by Magnus. Metzenaar is taking control. Cannot get that one over Jacob. Jacob down, looking for Sizz, but Magnus reads that the whole way. Sizz barely getting that one away from Metz. And SizzleUrCob trying to get that opportunity, but just can't get shots on net right now. Oh, that one up could be dangerous. Sizz able to make the save. Another shot turned away from Magnus.
And you see Jacob trying to get the touch there, just flying right by it. Just seems like SizzleUrCob still trying to get their bearings. They haven't played a match in hours. And Method, they're coming in ferocious. That shot by Magnus was just incredible.
Metzenaar and Magnus right now, they just grab the ball, they slow it down. Like, come on, challenge. You're not going to win this. And it just works every single time for them. And for a lot of teams, you're so used to them being so fast, so aggressive, and you would almost not advise teams to play the way they're playing. It just works. They grab the boost away from the entire field. Great map control, and that just, it works so well for them every single time.
Very calculated.
50 seconds left to go. 2-0 for Method. Jacob and Sizz trying to work their way downfield. Jacob dribbling that one right into Metzenaar as Magnus clearing it out.
And Jacob, he'll go for unorthodox plays. That one was right there, and it's going to leave the net wide open.
No!
What a miss!
Jacob was able to get the redirect off of the post, or the rebound, excuse me. Time ticking down. It's a nice little save off the post, but you got to score a goal to win the game. And around the box, Sizz can't find it. They really just only buy time for Jacob to get back, which he does. Time ticking down, 10 seconds left. They have to score with time left if they want to have a chance at winning game one. Jacob pushing it towards, and Sizz cannot force it in. That's going to do it. Method is going to win game one really handily.
Yes, you said it. Method with this solid victory. Magnus scoring both of the goals, and really his first goal, that dribble was a great dribble, and then the dunk that he had was incredible. And you see here the shot differential from a stat perspective, very close. In fact, in favor of SizzleUrCob, even though Method controlled the pace of the game.
Yeah, but you'll see on the highlights here is that the difference was shot placement and the amount of opportunities that Jacob and Sizz were throwing at the net. It was right at Magnus or right at Method. Look at this play by Magnus. That's just that's disgusting.
That dunk right there coming off the corner. You could see the reaction right there from Sizz. He's like, he knows, how is that possible? And Magnus, yeah, Magnus just happy with himself. Both of those Finns down there taking game one. They have to be feeling great about themselves. They now are one game away from moving on in the upper bracket.
Method is this sneaky, almost, I don't want to call them a dark horse, but everyone's always talking about the Gale Force or C9 or flip side. And here's Method just keeping the ball away, just winning games almost silently, it feels like. And it was only a 2-0 scoreline, yet it felt completely dominant by Method. And SizzleUrCob, you have to be able to, it's almost like they weren't just throwing it over to Method, but maybe we just got to start to see a little bit more, maybe match their pace of the game to beat this Method squad. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we really just want to see SizzleUrCob slow it down themselves a little bit and start using each other. Right now, it seems like they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to see if something sticks.
Well, game number 2 underway here. If Method wins this, they move on to the winner's semis. SizzleUrCob just fighting for game number 3. Method and Magnus combining to get at least to the corner. Magnus still on this ball, and he's just going to tap that in. It's 1-0.
Magnus just like a shark circling its prey. He launches that ball in. Sizz doesn't get the clear, and Magnus is just going to have an easy goal. Unassisted yet again for Magnus. He's scored every goal for Method so far.
Only took 25 seconds. Method finding themselves another early lead. SizzleUrCob, they'd be well serviced to score quickly here and try to tie this up. Reset the pace of the game because Method has pretty much everybody's number at this point. That shot, a laser saved by Jacob. Metz keeping it over in Sizzle's half of the field. Sizz coming down. Up to the corner, Sizz stays with it. Sizz up and over, Magnus able to make the save. Jacob keeps it in play here. Can he find it? No, knocked away by both Metzenaar and Magnus, who carries it towards the net. And Sizz off to the corner, over a minute gone. And maybe a little bit more opportunities. Jacob gets that over everyone. It's off the post, and Magnus slaps it to the side. Coming up is Sizz. He can't find the ball. Metzenaris clears it away. Jacob has to challenge that. He was the last man back. And now Sizz taking control, and now we see a little bit of physical play coming out from SizzleUrCob.
Yeah, that demo opening up a counterattack opportunity, but you see that play from Magnus there just shut down their attack.
Trying to get it out of their own end of the field. It's just a continuous struggle. Off in the corner, Sizz trying to throw that towards, he had Jacob in midfield. It is hard to wrap around there in the corner and kind of back pass it out. Sizz gonna take control from his own end. Past one, Sizz going up. Oh, that's gonna be high for Jacob. He's gotta go back. Just slapped that right over towards Magnus, who hits it right back. But here's Sizz. Can he get that hit off of Metzenaris? He cannot. Jacob getting that shot saved by Magnus. SizzleUrCob starting to find these offensive opportunities. Method not letting anything through, but if they don't clear this out, it could be deadly.
They're out shooting Method yet again, but they still have not found the net. They were shut out last game, and they're still held scoreless halfway through this one. SizzleUrCob needs to figure something out, and they need to do it fast.
This is where boost economy and boost control matters the most. If you're putting on this consistent offensive pressure, who's winning the boost battle? If it's Method, eventually Sizz and Jacob are gonna run out of gas, and now you saw Method able to at least take it out for a second, but here comes Jacob. Oh, picked away by Metzenaris, a great challenge, and he wins another one to get it away from SizzleUrCob. Still struggling to find a solid opportunity. Sizz having to come up against the backboard. 2 minutes left to go. Still 1-0. Do you feel that this game is as close as the scoreboard says?
Right now, despite the fact that SizzleUrCob has the shot advantage, Method is still controlling this.
Oh, that shot up in the corner, and it's Jacob able to pin it against the post. That's a save for him. Saves are nice, but you gotta score this goal. Still down by 1. That's all they need. 1:40 left to go. Bullying one man. Jacob could not keep the ball in. That's in for Magnus. It's 2-0.
Magnus, he is the goal-scoring machine. That's his 4th goal, and he just launches that side flipping into it. Sizz couldn't get there in time, and now a 2-goal lead. Just 1:35 left. This looks like the writing on the wall for SizzleUrCob.
Officially the danger zone of being sent to the loser's bracket. Sizz can't find the ball. Jacob's gonna take it here, and it's gonna be way wide as Metzenaris takes it away. Metz is just gonna throw it downfield, and we know that Method is very capable of just killing the clock. That shot off the crossbar, almost finding a 3rd goal. Jacob to Sizz, back to Jacob, rushing downfield. Off the corner, Jacob cannot find it, and that's really a crucial challenge for him, but Sizz keeps it in play. Metz plays it slow and away and just throws it away from Jacob with 1 minute left.
And even that hit, that was a tough read for Metz to make, but he makes it look so easy. Method has not been making any mistakes on the defensive side.
It was a good pass, but it's just not there. It was on the posts. Magnus will get the save anyway. Sizz trying to work both defenders. Jacob already saw what was coming in to work his way back quickly. He gets a savior medal himself. That shot gonna be turned away. Here comes another one. That one turned away. And still down 2-0, just on their back wheels constantly. SizzleUrCob in frustration. Well, they just got blown up. That's an open net. Coming back, Sizz can't find the save. 3-0, that's all but gonna do it here for Method versus SizzleUrCob.
Oh, your topper's out onto the field. Magnus gets his hat trick. Sizz, he respawned right there, but Magnus just read his path and went for the block, dunking it. Method is dominant in this game, especially Magnus.
It is death by 1,000 touches for Method. Just grab the ball, keep it away from you, and you mentioned it, Magnus with the hat trick that has just had the entire series. Insane plays. We saw incredible reads all over the field. Some that don't even show up on the highlight reel. Those dirty plays that don't get you, no one gives you credit for them because they just happen so fast, but it keeps Method with control, and it's the reason that Method is moving on to the winner's semifinals.
Magnus, he's gonna feel very happy with himself after this performance. And Sizz, oh, he didn't get that consolation goal, but again, just pure dominance from Method.
I gotta say, we've seen several playstyles come out from multiple teams. You saw Ambition and Fibion that like to play small ball, real tight, aggressive, pass the ball to each other in the offensive zones. And you look at the highlights here, it's kind of the same thing from Method. They just play so much slower, they play keep away with the ball, and then they get these opportunities and you don't know what to do. And then there in the highlight there, a mistouch by Sizz gives Magnus that goal. But other than that, that challenge right there gives Magnus that shot.
But still, that's a tough shot to make. Magnus just made it look easy. Method, you see them getting amped up. And Magnus, both of them were so clean on defense, not making any mistakes. And then you just leave it to Magnus on the offensive side of the ball to do the dirty work. Really, the Finnish team, they were incredible, and they are moving on in the upper bracket.
All right, so let's take a look at the bracket after our first day of competition. As you see there, Method now joins Flipside Tactics in the second semifinal that'll be broadcast tomorrow. Our other semifinal is, of course, going to be Gale Force Esports versus DatG and Method, putting on, once again, another incredibly clinical and systematic performance there in that clean 2-0 victory. And, ladies and gentlemen, 3 of the 4 EU teams are in the upper bracket semifinals for this tournament. So we've got more broadcasts tomorrow as well. We are going to be live once again at 1:30 p.m. Pacific, streaming on Twitch and the NBC app. And we'll be live once again on NBC SN, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, or 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. For the entire broadcast crew here, though, at the Universal Open Rocket League Grand Finals in Santa Ana, California, we'll see you tomorrow.
Come on!